didn't quit it on this video because we're almost to Starbucks. So we're in the van.
I don't know if they can hear you. Okay.
Yeah, they can hear me. You don't have sound on, do you? Turn your phone off. I hear something.
My phone doesn't have sound on.
Do I hear something?
Oh, it is my phone.
Yeah, that is your phone. Your phone is on, girly girl.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Say hi to the LoveTubers, and can you get a better shot than that so we can see both of us? And say hi to the LoveTubers. Hi, 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 hi. So we're in the van because we're moving. So we're taking some things to storage today because you know Miami is calling our name, right? So Veronica, we were talking about Sarai and the adventures of your big sister. So
yeah.
Go ahead. You wanna tell us?
Me and my mom were talking about how I thought Sarai went to jail when we were in Cambridge. I was like, I thought you told me she was in jail in Cambridge, and Mom was like, no, that was when we were in where were we?
We were in Bowie. She got arrested. Yeah.
And then.
And what did she get arrested for? Opposites of the street. She got arrested, stabbing her boyfriend in the chest. Can you please bring the camera a little closer? Let's do this a little bit better. Okay, she got arrested for stabbing her boyfriend in the chest. So, girlfriend, up with the camera. Thank you. Is this a good shot? A little over to the left and a little down. Tip to down. Yes. Okay. Get a good shot with both of us in the shot. Do you need the? I do have a selfie stick. Do you want the selfie stick? But anyway, you want the selfie stick?
Not really.
Okay, but anyway, so Sarai, what did Sarai get arrested for? Sarai got arrested for stabbing her boyfriend in the chest. Now, me and Veronica were
I never knew that.
You didn't know that?
I never
You didn't know that that's why she got arrested?
I just remember they got arrested together.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like a police van we're in.
I was just like, okay.
How ironic is that? But
and
anyway,
the reason why
keep it on our faces, boo.
The reason why I thought it was in Cambridge was because you remember when he got pneumonia or something?
On the Eastern Shore, when we were living on the Eastern Shore?
Who got pneumonia? But one of them got pneumonia.
Corey or Sarai got pneumonia.
No, Jeremiah got pneumonia.
Oh, we're not supposed to be saying her boyfriend's name.
Oh,
scratch that part.
My bad. That was a fictional name. that was his real name.
No, this is what happened. Sarai and her boyfriend had an altercation in the house while I was away at a retreat in Chicago. So we were on a forgiveness retreat in Chicago.
No, I thought it was so funny when you told me she got in jail, when she was arrested. I thought it was so funny.
Oh, you thought that was funny?
The reason why I thought it was funny was because Sarai took my money and she didn't tell me. So I thought it was funny. I was like, ha ha ha.
Oh, because Veronica, you always keep a stash.
Yeah.
And you always have money.
And they always knew that. They would always be like, Sarai used to be like, hey, Veronica, can I get this?
Money? Can I borrow $20? Well, they would just go in your stash if they knew where it was.
No, I remember I was doing my thing. I was like, Sarai, where is my $100? She was like, what? I was like, where is my $100? And then
she had $100.
It turned out it was her friend. You remember her friend?
Her friend, I remember.
Yeah,
her friend had lifted the $100. Yeah. Tilted down a tiny bit. Perfect. So
I still think she should have beat her up, but
oh my goodness, we don't beat people up. We don't beat people up.
We can talk about beating people up, but we won't actually beat people up.
I was getting ready to say, this is a loving family. This is LoveTubers. We're loving people around here. So anyway, Sarai got arrested for stabbing her boyfriend in the chest. And Veronica was cracking up about that.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Except when it happened, it was not funny at all.
Now
we crack up about it. Trust me, when it happened, it was not at all funny. So this is what happened. They got into an altercation.
Mad.
Oh man, I was lit up. Oh my God, I was lit up. So she got into an altercation with her boyfriend. They got to fisticuffs in the house. Fisticuffs is, furniture moving, like Bernie Mac said. It's going to be some furniture moving around here. They got into fisticuffs. And next thing you know, Sarai goes and grabs the knife. Now, you know your sister in knives.
Oh my God.
You know your sister in
Sarai does so much crazy stuff. Do you remember what I was telling you?
She's quite an explosive type of personality.
One time,
she's tremendously better now.
Mom wasn't at home. And Sarai had this dream that she put her hand in fire, and it didn't burn her. And
tell that story.
Corey convinced her to do it. He was like,
yeah.
He was like,
her
Sarai
brother convinced her to do it.
He was like, Sarai, go ahead and try it
when I'm not home.
And so he brought out a lighter. I don't know why we were in Mom's office, but
we were in my beautiful office where I take care of my videos.
I think maybe it was because you had a lighter in there or something.
Oh,
and so we went
my
in
candles.
there.
I used to have that stick lighter.
I wanted to go in there just to see it. And Corey was like, put your hand in the lighter, Sarai. And then so
why would you listen to your big brother? Why would you listen to your big brother?
Because she was like she went to sleep and she woke up and she was so convinced. She was like, I can put my hand in fire.
I will not be burned. Okay.
She put her hand in the fire. I mean, she didn't really like throw her hand in there, but it was in there for a quick second. But I mean, I don't think it really hurt because she didn't look like it hurt.
Well, the moral of the story is don't put your hand in fire unless you're, you know.
And then afterwards, after she did it, Corey did it. I was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I was like, what?
This is what children of mine do when I'm not around.
And I was like, oh my God.
I supposedly leave your big brother in charge of your to take care of everything.
They used to be so mean to me, but I knew they wanted me to be so independent, but they used to be so mean to me.
Make your own food.
Yes, they used to make me make my own food. When they used to, like, Mom would leave and be like, cook Veronica some food. She was like, look after Veronica.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
Take care of Veronica.
And suddenly I'm hungry. I'm like, can I get some oodles and doodles? They would cook the food in my face and make me cook my own. They would be like, okay. And then they'd show me how to cook it. Oopsies. They'd show me how to cook it. They'd be like, okay, this is how you cook it. And they would cook oodles and noodles in front of my face. And I used to be like, okay, so they're going to make me one too. Or this bowl is mine. No, they would put it in there. And then they'd go off and eat it. And they'd be like, okay, you do it now. I was like, what?
Wow.
I was like, am I even allowed to operate a stove? Is that allowed? I was like,
in this house, you better grow up fast.
I was like, huh?
You better be, we encourage independence around
here. And I
here.
used to be so upset. I used to want to call my mom. I used to be like, why are y'all treating me like this?
Can you tilt it down, please, get a better shot? Okay, very good. Now, let's talk about this story of what happened with Sarai and her boyfriend and stabbing her boyfriend in the chest, and how we got to talk about this while we were driving. So, Sarai gets all to pieces. Her and her boyfriend, they have a big blow up. She runs and grabs the knife. Never grab a knife. First of all,
that was the first thing that popped in her head.
All explosive personalities, look at me. Knives are not your best option. Knives are not your friend. Explosive personality types. Knives are not your friend. So here goes Sarai. She grabs the knife. And they get to tussling, and next thing you know, I was not home. I was, like I said, on the forgiveness retreat in Chicago, and we were on our way home, and I got a telephone call from Mr. Wilson, the bail bondsman that we just passed his office. Just passed his office. I was like, Veronica, guess what? That was the bail bondsman office I went to get Sarai out of jail. She was like, what? Guess what happened? So I get a telephone call. Hey, this is Mr. Wilson. How you doing? I'm like, oh my goodness, who is this? No, first, this was how the call started, Veronica. I get a phone call. The phone call says, Mom, this is Sarai. I'm in jail on $100,000 bond for stab and bleed. And then it went out. And I'm on the phone like this.
$100,000?
$100,000 bond.
Wow.
She was on $100,000 bond, and I'm on the phone like this.
Why was she getting arrested if he didn't want to press charges? They just arrest you on site?
What happened? Yes, they do arrest you if you do that because you broke the law. The person doesn't have to press charges, but you did break the law, and they got to figure it all out in court, right? Okay. So then her voice goes out. Beep, because you know they get like 5 or 10 seconds or 15 seconds free, and then the phone goes doop, and then here comes Mr. Wilson's voice. Hey, how you doing? This is Mr. Wilson. I'm the bail bondsman. Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? I was like, who is you? And he said, well, I just want to let you know that I'm here with your daughter, and I can take care of everything. And she's in for a $100,000 bond, but this is her first offense. I already talked to her, and so it's probably likely not going to stay $100,000. And I'm like, I'm still like this on the phone. My mouth is hanging open. So, long story short, we're on our way home. I go to the jail the next day. I put on my whites because, you know, minister, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna magic the hell out of this shit. So I go up there and I got on my hoodoo witches praying the psalms, and I got all my witchy people pulling out all their crystals and everything, because, you know, I went right to the rev section in my phone, because I have a section in my phone that's like Reverend so-and-so, Reverend so-and-so, Rev. So I call all these prayer warriors and I said, get to pray and Sarai, and they wouldn't tell us anything because we didn't know if he was in the hospital. No hospital would give you information about somebody that's not related to you anyway, so they wouldn't give us the information. And on top of that, we didn't know if he was alive or dead, or if he was in critical condition in the hospital or anything like that. Hey, how you loving, how you loving, how you loving, LoveTubers? So I had no idea what was going to happen. I had no idea if she was going to be charged with murder. If he had died, you know, my mind was like, oh my God, this child is probably in the hospital hanging on for dear life, and my daughter is in the prison. Turned out it was a flesh wound. Thank you, Jesus. It was a flesh wound. They patched him up in the...
She must have came to her sisters just at the right time.
Yeah, because no, he was tussling with her. Because would you let somebody just stab you in the chest?
If it's my surprise, I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, my surprise, right. But they were going for it, and then she runs, and you see a person come get a knife, you're going to be... You're not going to let them plunge it into you. Yeah. So, right? So, they're tussling, and she manages to cut him. It's a flesh wound. They patch him up in the van, in the little... and find out, oh, wait a minute, you got a bench warrant. We're taking you in. So they arrested both of them.
No, when you
now,
told
this is not funny. This wasn't funny then. I was highly, it was highly frightening then. Right now, it's very funny because they're all happy. They're living wonderful lives. They got released. Everything is perfect. All the records are...
I just remember you coming
They got completely free off of everything.
You were just scrambling. You were like, oh my God, I have to go get Sarai out of jail. I have to go get her. I have to go get her. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, her and so-and-so, they're in jail. And she was like, I gotta go get her. I gotta go bail them out.
Her and
I was like, huh? What? And at first when I thought about it, I was like, did they steal something? I was like, did they steal something?
Because she stole my money. Maybe she's in jail because she stole my $100. No, she wouldn't be in jail on $100,000 bond.
I thought they got something stolen. Like, I thought they stole something together, or they just did something crazy. Because, like, Sarai's just prone to doing crazy things.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just
she
like,
has quite a few. She still holds the crown jewels for the most teenage antics of anyone in our entire family, including myself. And I was pretty notorious.
No, and my thing about it,
my sneaking around.
Sarai can make anything drama. Yeah. Like, she can make anything drama.
She's very
like,
drama.
I would say something to her, and she would repeat it to somebody else, and it would change the whole story. Like, I would be like, Sarai, stop messing with my stuff.
She's a great storyteller. She loves making up stories and telling stories.
I will give Sarai that. Like, she's a really good storyteller.
She's a very good storyteller.
But, like, I would say something to her, and then she'd go and tell Mom. She was like, Varonika said
Do you see? I'm feeling some heat. This sibling rivalry thing y'all got.
And I used to be like, I didn't even say that.
And Sarai got heat too. We're gonna have to do a come to Jesus meeting about this, because Sarai was having a little heat about you when I was just in Miami, and now you're having a little heat on you.
About me doing
Y'all need to heal this. Heal thyself. Oh, you need to do a woosah. Woosah. So this is what happened. I went to there the next day. I met Mr. Wilson and me started talking, and I was like, okay, I got to the jail, I got the bail bonds, but he said they're going to take the bond down because it's not going to be $100,000 because this is her first offense, so this is not going to stay this way. And so sure enough, they knocked it all the way down. It was going to be $10,000 that you have to put up on a $100,000 bond, but they brought the bond down to $10,000, which means only $1,000, and that you have to put up to get the person out. And then after they looked at everything in the case, he was fine, she was fine, they said, oh, well, we can release her on our own recognizance, no bond, because this wasn't a real thing. This was a little scratch, right? So anyway, when I was with Mr. Wilson, me and Mr. Wilson, I had the card, but it was late. It was like 5 p.m. And they don't take people out of jail after a certain time because they have to process you. And I didn't know it takes hours to process a person to get out of jail. I didn't know that. I thought you just go, pay the money, get out. It's not like that. You pay the money, and then it goes through a process, and that process takes several hours. And because that process takes so long, they don't do it late. They only do it, like, let's say by 5 p.m. You have to have everything done by 5 p.m. It was or let's say 6 p.m., right? So the person could be out by 8 or 9. And this was getting to be like 5:55, and we couldn't find it. So anyway, guess what we did? We couldn't charge this credit card without going back to his office. I was like, no, you got to charge this credit card right now, Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, charge this credit card. He's like, all right, ma'am, but I want you to come back to my office. I was like, where's your office? Well, my office is all the way over there. We ain't gonna get there in time. No, my child's coming out here now. You know what? There's no credit card processing friend. You don't have no friends around here in this neighborhood. All y'all bails, bondsmen don't work together. He was like, yes, but it's getting to be late, and it's not gonna be, too many people in the office at this time. Now, Mom, you just got to calm down, Mom. Because I was like, no, right? I wasn't trying to hear nothing. We go back to Mr. Wilson's office. He calmed me down. He said, come on, Mom. Just relax and calm down. And I did get to see Sarai while I was there. And I got to talk to her, and I got to encourage her and uplift her and give her what she needed so that she could stay in there. And she had to stay for another night. So she went in Sunday night.
She needed that another night.
That's exactly what happened. Because she came out on Tuesday, and guess what? She's been flying straight ever since.
Yeah, ever since she was in jail, she was just like, I'm never going back.
I'm never doing that again. She made a pivotal life decision based on that jail time experience, and it was all of 48 hours, and that was enough. She said, Mom, do you know what kind of underwear they have in there? It was scratchy. They made me take everything off. Oh, she was humiliated. She was horrified. She was scared out of her wits. She said, those women in there, oh my God, it was terrible. And Mom, the food was horrible. You would have thought the child had been in there for a decade. She was in there all a good 48 hours. And you know what? Spirit gives you exactly what you need to get your life together and not be ratchet, because Sarai was living her life, right?
Isn't that interesting?
Brand
like
new. She was brand new.
Need different things.
Yeah, because you didn't need that, because you were very soft, mild-mannered, very respectable.
Watching was enough for me. Watching
their antics was enough. Corey and Sarai's
being a spectator was enough for me.
I was always having some.
I was scared straight. I was like, okay, no,
never doing that.
No,
never doing that.
Not for me.
So I go back to Mr. Wilson's office. When I get to Mr. Wilson's office, we're sitting there, and we get to talking. By now we're best friends because we've been hanging out for a while, right? So I'm talking to him, and he opens his drawer. Because he talks to me because I'm a minister. So what's going on with you? Because I got on all white with a white head wrap. So it's pretty obvious something's going on. What are you? What's going on? I can tell you pray a lot. I like it. I like your vibe. You're very positive. You're a very positive lady. Yes, Mr. Wilson, I pray a lot. I'm a minister of spiritual consciousness. Well, what's that? Minister of spiritual consciousness. I help people get their mind right spiritually. Although I'm not being a good example of this moment, rest assured I do help a lot of people, right? So Mr. Wilson, we go to his office. He opens the drawer. He said, you see what I got in here? He had a Bible and he had a shotgun. And you know what he said? He said, when they come in the door, I tell them, look, it can go either way. I got a Bible and I got a packet. This could go either way. I was like, okay, Mr. Wilson. I'm gonna
try to rob him.
I'll take Bible for $400, please, Alex. I'm gonna go the Bible route, Mr. Wilson. You ain't gonna need no packing with me in here, I promise you. Right? It was quite an experience. For me, it was a growth experience for me in prayer and being a prayer warrior and calling in prayer warriors and having faith. And we prayed that thing right until all the cases, which we just kept disintegrating the energy on it with the Psalms and praying it with the Psalms and disintegrating the energy spiritually and energetically. After a while, she walked. Nothing. He said, everything you're free to go. Everything it can be expunged. Nothing at all. He's free. She's free. They're living very happy, productive lives. They are doing phenomenal. So what do you say about that, Varonika, and our car adventures today?
Don't go to jail, guys.
Don't go to jail.
I don't think it's good. I've seen Orange is the New Black. It doesn't look good. I don't know. It doesn't.
Orange is the New Black?
Yeah.
That's not good. It's not a good idea, is it?
I don't know. It just seems like a whole bunch of people are just Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
It's not good. It's not a good option.
No,
right?
You're either getting beat up or
Something.
just taken advantage of. I don't know. I don't like it.
Or you have to take advantage of people, right? You have to be one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, right?
I think you just have to be like upfront. You gotta be like, look, I will fight you every day.
Yeah, I think you have to act real crazy
until I win.
Like when we were in New York City,
I think I would fake a seizure if somebody tried to rob me. I'd be like,
you start foaming at the mouth,
like,
because that's what they told us when we were growing up in New York City. They said if anybody ever come up to you on a train or anything like that, act like you're crazy, just start twitching and drooling and going like that. Trust me, no murderer, no kidnapper, no anyone wants a crazy person. They will leave with a quickness, okay? So that's it for today. Just wanted to come to you live. We love you, YouTube family, LoveTubers. Your arm is tired. Yes. Thank you for being our camera person for today with the car adventures. I love you. And remember, I'm on my 90-day run. I'm promising to come to you I'm coming to the LoveTubers every single day for 90 days. I only missed one day so far. So I'm doing a video every single day for 90 days.
Oh,
I'm doing a 90-day run.
You're running outside for like...
No, like a 90-day run of videos.
And then you like...
Of communication, of reaching out to
like a streak.
LoveTubers.
Like
yes! A streak. Yes! Like your Snapchat streaks. I apologize. I got a little too excited. Okay. I apologize, sweetie boo boo. Show the LoveTubers your hair, because your hair is absolutely gorgeous.
It's just...
Look how long and absolutely luxurious this hair is. This child's hair.
I'm going to start doing rice water.
What is rice water?
It's when you take like white rice. And
I gotta give this shot. I gotta show this. Show them your hair. Like, what do you mean rice water?
It's like when you dip your hair in like water, like you like clean the.
She's always
rice
had gorgeous hair
for like impurities, and then you put like the rice in some water, and then you just like let it ferment, and then you like dip your hair in it.
What does that do?
It's supposed to stop hair loss and make your hair grow longer. It makes your edges grow back if you don't got no edges.
Really? Rice water does all that?
Yeah, and then
I'm amazed.
It helps with
How did you find out about that? On YouTube?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
People on YouTube are really smart. But you know what I learned?
What did you learn?
I learned that you have to like, whatever you keep hearing is the thing to go by. If you're just like, if you've heard it in like one video and you're like, but if you like hear it in multiple videos and a lot of people are like, hey,
that works.
This is what you should do. And then this, it works.
It works. It's like black seed oil. How many videos on YouTube do you see about black seed oil?
I don't know. I've seen a lot more videos about turmeric face masks. Those are really
the turmeric, especially to take out the circles under your eyes. Hyperpigmentation. That turmeric does the job like fast too, doesn't it? All right, family. I love you. God bless you. See you later, Miss Varonika. Beautiful lady. Miss Varonika, who has a 4.0, 4.1, who applied to 6 colleges and so far heard back from 3. Oh, 8. I can't keep up. All the colleges that she applied to thus far said yes to her. 50,000 plus. It's 153,000 what?
400.
400 from Mount St. Mary's.
No, that's from LSU.
I thought LSU was 50,000 and Mount St. Mary's was 153,000.
Yeah, 106.
106,000 from Mount St. Mary's?
Yeah.
And 53,000 from LSU?
Yeah.
And
they wanted to give me a full scholarship at Mount St. Mary's, but I didn't want to go take the written exam because I'm not going. So like,
she's not going there anyway. Like, they probably would have gave you a full ride at Mount St. Mary's. Yeah, I think a lot of places will give you a full ride. So we're here waiting to hear back from the big one, Columbia, and of course NYU and Brown. But Spelman already said they wanted you, right? Spelman said pretty much. Spelman said apply and you in. Spelman was like,
when I went,
sign right here and you in, because they love her and Spelman.
Yeah, yes? I'm a legacy.
Huh?
I'm a legacy because Aunt Cynthia went.
Oh, Aunt Cynthia went to Spelman. That's right. So Spelman would love to have you. Would love to have you. Yeah, you're going New York. You're going to my hometown.
It's either New York or LSU. I mean,
New York or LSU, NYU, Columbia, NYU, or LSU. Would you pick LSU over NYU? I don't know. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You know what's funny? They both have purple as their color.
They do. They do. That's Grandma Mac.
I just noticed that.
That's Grandma Mac's color. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, love tubers, I love you. God bless. With my beautiful daughter, Miss Veronica Sharice Ware. I'm about to graduate in 3 months. Counting down the time in May. Senior. Go ahead, girlfriend. About to go to college. Do that thing. I love you.